Hi everyone. Welcome to Corn. This is part one of our corn lesson. And this is corn. This is probably kind of what you think of when you think of a corn plant or a corn husk. And corn is a plant. It is also a type of grass. So that must mean that us humans, we like to eat grass. And corn is native to South and Central America, and it was originally found in Mexico. And just like with rice and wheat, hunters and gatherers in Mexico, they were able to find corn and figured out that they could eat it. And from there was when people started domesticating corn. So domesticated corn corn was first domesticated in Tehuacan Valley in Mexico, which is the map on the right with this purple square here. That's around where Tehuacan Valley is. And that means that after hunters and gatherers thousands of years ago discovered the corn plant and discovered that humans could eat it, humans then eventually began to farm it and grow it for the main purpose of using it as food. And then from there, it spread to neighboring areas in Central and South America. And that's why in Mexico and in Central and South America, corn is a big part of the food there and the diet there. And of course, it eventually spread to all over the world, but it is the reason why it is still sort of a big part of their cuisine in Central and South America, and still eaten today, thousands of years later. The word corn is actually English for the word maize, which means corn in Spanish. And the first type of corn was teosinte. And this we learned about this a little bit with Leah when Leah came in to talk about plant genetics. And this is teosinte, this black one on the left. And as you can see, it was much smaller. It only has about a few kernels, one row of kernels. And the kernels were much harder. The plant was much smaller. You really had to process and grind up that kernel to even be able to eat it in some form. But eventually humans were able to breed corn to be more what it looks like today. And they did this by, similar to what Leah told us about, where as they just started to domesticate corn and grow corn, they would pick out the plants with the biggest corn heads of corn, and they would save those corn kernels to replant for the next season. So over time, they were able to grow much bigger corn. And this is a picture. This first one is this is kind of like a picture of the evolution of the corn plant. And as you can see, it gets much bigger. Some of these corn varieties still exist today. The one on the right is the one that we're most used to now. But this is how much it's grown and evolved, the body of the corn. I really liked this picture because it shows all of our three foods from our curriculum: rice, wheat, and corn. And corn, just like rice and wheat, like I said before, is a grass. And what I like about this picture is it shows, even though they all look very different, it still shows that they are quite similar. And especially if you look at the teosinte compared to the wheat and the rice, they look like they're in the same family. And grass is a plant that, as we know, grows in abundance. You can grow a lot of it at once. So I think that is a huge reason why humans still today eat these three foods, and in a lot of the same ways people even ate it thousands of years ago. It works. And to end part one, I just wanted to show some pictures of some different foods made out of corn. Cornbread, tamales, tortillas, kenki, of course. We can't forget about our kenki. Fried hominy is like fried big pieces of corn. And of course, popcorn. And there's all different types of corn dishes, but these are just a few that might be familiar to you. So what I want you to do now is, what kind of corn dishes do you like? I would love if you drew the dish. You can draw the dish yourself eating the dish. You can draw the dish just on your dinner table. However you want, you can just draw the corn dish that you like and tell us about it. Use 1 to 4 sentences about why you like this dish. What does it taste like? When do you eat it? What time of the day do you eat it? Is it a dish that you only eat on special occasions? Anything you think might be important to tell us about why you like this specific corn dish. All right, have fun. Can't wait to hear about your corn dishes, and stay tuned for part 2 of our corn lesson. See you later.